For you say your dumb thing.
I'm gonna say a dumb thing. Okay. Taco.
Let's talk about it.
Squishy gummy bear that's made out of something or other.
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
Scissors. Scissoring.
Surfboard. Okay, so now that we're done with that stupidness, let's talk. We're talking about serious shit. So, all the people who aren't lesbians are like, how do lesbians have sex? Well, let us tell you.
That's what we're doing.
We're talking about sex and lesbian sex and
That's the only kind of sex I think.
orgasms and stuff like that. So, okay, so let's start doing that. She never wants to say
Lead the way.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna lead the way. So, if you have fingers, you have a forearm, you have a tongue.
A forearm. Where are you putting the forearm?
I don't know.
A vignette?
Yeah, maybe like I don't know.
Forearms are not used
LBOs.
in lesbian sex. Let's not get confused here.
I'm just joking. Okay, so fingers. Actually, you know, it's not funny. I have nail polish.
Show them up close.
And so you can kind of see from far away they look the same kind of thing. But as you get closer, these three are Madison's because they're rounded and the other ones all have points. So there's a reason for that.
Yes.
A story we will not share, by the way, right now.
Let's just say it's an injury.
Let's just say we
Had to go to the ER.
had to go to the ER. And
There was
that's
a lot
why
of
the
blood.
fingers now are shaped
Yep.
and short.
And there was a lot of blood.
Yes, but that is not the story I want to talk about today.
She hates when I tell that story.
Okay, so I totally lost my train of thought. We're talking about sex, and so lesbian sex is lots of tongue, so eating out. So many different names for it.
Enlighten me.
Rug munching.
Oh, that's not what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
Well, the proper term.
Which is?
Cunnilingus?
Cunnilingus.
Cunnilingus?
No, so we decided that if we ever won the lottery, we would open a sapphic bar / with a rooftop pool and like a place for women to get together, call it a lesbian bar, whatever. But we were gonna call it the cunning linguist, which I know has like an old joke and all, but it's like the joke that works. So it'd be like the cunning linguist, the bar, or whatever. Anyways, so we're talking about lesbian sex, and you can do cunnilingus, which is the tongue on the vagina and the inner and outer labia stuff, and on the clit and all the other stuff. Oh my god.
Wow. Wow. On the labia stuff and the other stuff.
And the other stuff.
She's not very good at anatomy.
Trust me, I know where the parts are. This is going from bad to worse. Okay, so anyways, there's that. Then there's fingers, obviously, and there's penetration, and there's dildos and strap-ons. I'll show you Madison's.
You shouldn't show them.
Well,
No, we're not showing them. Victoria.
Wait, I can't find it. Anyways, it's over there somewhere. We keep it. She keeps it safe.
It's locked up.
It's locked up.
So she doesn't show her friends.
Show like YouTube.
Show all of YouTube.
Here's the strap-on that I use on Madison. We each have our own dildo, actually, which is connected to its own strap-on. So she wears one and I wear the other one.
Yeah, which size do you
And
like?
then we do like sword fighting.
Don't do that. We need to now.
Now we need to try.
We're gonna
I'm gonna
do
attach like a lightsaber to one, and then we can like really try.
a lightsaber on each one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. We'll figure that
We'll
out.
video that too.
We'll figure that out. Not
You'd have to
today.
pay for that one though.
Okay, so back to sex. So that's one of the ways. There's lots of other stuff going on, lots of toys and all sorts of fun stuff. But I will say that my journey into female sexuality after I transitioned has been fascinating and requiring lots and lots of really introspective kind of thought. And but I say even more so than that, I actually having a partner who sees me and is patient, very patient, and someone who I was actually attracted to, and someone who I actually desired sexually, and who I'm in love with, and all the good stuff, and who also knew what she was doing. Anyways, so all of that being said, my journey has been one where I was very good at disassociating during sex before, and it was such an escape kind of strategy, one that I used as a coping mechanism for pre-transition life. I just pretty much had to separate myself from reality so that I could exist in that physical space. Not maybe the most common situation, but I'm sure common enough for a lot of trans people to have to know that they may have lived so much of their life pre-transition in one way or the other. And so all that being said, now I'm actually able to be present during sex and very much in the moment. And so that's been a wonderful change for me, one that has given me my first female orgasm, which is really cool. And I think that brings us to topping and bottoming.
Naturally.
You want to say something about that?
You can start. I'm good at filling in your gaps.
Okay, fine. I mean, there's lots of gaps.
Lots of bonus holes, actually.
Bonus holes. No bonus holes.
We'll do a video on bonus
Say
holes.
no to bonus holes.
You want to give a demonstration?
Definitely not. Okay, so topping and bottoming. Topping is the person who's usually doing the fucking action. So if I'm wearing the strap on, I'm the top. If I'm doing this, I'm the top, let's just say. But at the same time, what looks like topping sometimes isn't topping. And what looks like bottoming sometimes isn't bottoming. It can be a bottoming position, but it doesn't mean that you're necessarily bottoming, if that makes any sense.
Like a power bottom.
Like a power bottom. And that's when the lines of topping and bottoming kind of change, because at some point everyone is giving and receiving, right? Mm-hmm. If the top is the one who's giving, but like, I mean, I'm thinking like heterosexual sex, right? Like the penis is inside and it's giving, but it's also receiving pleasure at the exact same time, right? So that whole concept of giving and receiving is kind of a little bit dated. Of course, you're giving and receiving at the exact same time. You're receiving some sort of pleasure for sure, sexual pleasure. It might not be like orgasmic pleasure, but it's